How does coal get them there?
Well, Caroline, what we know is that this is part of the fifth package of sanctions that the European Union has approved when it comes to Russia. A lot of this, of course, after those horrible, just gut-wrenching, terrible pictures out of Bucha on Saturday. This was a town that was savaged by Russian troops. Now, in this package, European leaders and European officials have agreed to block about 10 billion euros of Russian exports coming into the European Union. Half of that, so about 40 billion euros, will be coal exports from the Russian Federation into the European Union. And the way this is going to work is that buyers will be given 3 months to wind down their contracts of coal operations with Russia, and then after that they won't be able to sign new ones. So a lot of this, of course, is designed to really go after the energy sector, which until now had been a form of taboo for Europeans because, well, we depend on it a lot. What I would say, of course, is that coal is very minor compared to everything else. We know that oil is a moneymaker for Russia and that gas is a geopolitical weapon for Russia when it comes to the European Union. So the takeaway is, yes, they've finally gone into energy, and this is a very minor step. However, the real conversation is what do we do with oil and what do we do with gas?
There's still a discussion to be had here that once you start going down this road, it does put upward pressure on other prices here, including natural gas, as they try to make this transition. Maria, do we get a better sense here from the Europeans, at least as a group, that they are prepared for the possibility of a prolonged elevation in their energy prices as a result of these sanctions?
Yeah, I mean, and everyone is clear on that, and we know this is going to happen. I mean, and bills are going through the roof every month, and there's been this realization that this war, which is happening 2 hours in a plane from where I am, this is not going to be free, and it's not going to be cheap, and every war has a cost. And today we heard from the Italian Prime Minister, Mario Draghi, who said, this is really the question. Do we want to have a peace, and do we want to put an end to this war, knowing full well that this is going to have an impact on our economy, or are we actually more on the camp that we want to have our air conditioning or heating? And that is fundamentally the questions that governments and citizens really have to come around and have an answer for. What we see, however, is that there's a number of countries that are not prepared yet to do that because they worry about the economic repercussions of this. But also fundamentally, the question here is, do you believe that if you embargo energy, the war in Ukraine is going to come to an end? Or actually, do you believe that a country like Ukraine and Russia are not able to coexist? So no matter what you do, the war is going to continue, because this is not just militarily or political. This is almost existential for the two of them. So this is a question that a lot of Europeans ask themselves, and they're not sure of the answer. Even if we embargo energy, is that guarantee that we'll put an end to this war because of the impact that it would have on Russia? Or is Vladimir Putin prepared to go all the way because he believes this is his mission and this is the reason why he's president of Russia and was put on earth to reunite the Soviet Union?